some of the awards that we received. Okay, so basically when we start off the e-filing back in 2003, right? So anyone that used our e-filing in 2003? Can you raise up your hand? Then I'm not sure whether you are aware of that, but I don't think you're one of them because probably you started in 2005. When we started in 2003, there's only one company that managed to submit e-filing via online. So, and that company is not liable. All right. Okay. Basically, as you know that why we introduced the e-filing. So basically, these are the things: minimize the human resource. As you know that if you are doing a filing, there's a lot of things that need to be done, not just from the taxpayer side, also from our side. So the processes that you have to go through, right? So many people is like they have to do the sorting, receiving the forms, and processing the forms, right? So by having the e-filings, so we also want to make it easier for the taxpayer to submit, and of course by doing online, it will lower the cost, not just from LHDN side, also from the taxpayer side. And one of the things that impact on us is space saving, whereby last time we did have quite a big room for filing. And when I joined in 2003, I am prohibited to go through this filing room because I might be lost inside there, because the file is so many and so huge, and only certain people can go inside and find the file for some reason, right? And of course, the time taken for us to do the e-filing, right? All right, I'm just going to share why it is we embark on this, okay? All right, basically under the Income Tax Act, all the forms submitted has to be signed, physically signed. So in order for us to proceed with the e-filing, right, we need to have a digital signature embedded into the forms. So it comes at Digital Signature Act 1997. So that's why we can actually proceed with the e-filing. All right. So to use PDF forms. Okay. For the forms of the income tax returns forms, for some reasons there's an act that we need to comply. We need to prescribe the form. So that's why at the earlier stage, we need to have even the physical and the soft copy format. The looks and feel has to be the same. That's where we are using the PDF form at that time. So we managed to use that form for 3 years, but with all the issues that coming in, so later in 2008, we managed to change. At the time, Tan Sri Dr. Muhammad Syukur make some changes, whereby he declared or he prescribed another forms that we are called now EBE. Last time the form is only BE, but by having just a simple E in front of it, so this prescribed form, that's why we can actually have the form online now, right? So then for the certificates, we started off with using a smart card or my card, and again the adoption is not that good and it's a bit difficult to use because you need to have a card reader. And even last time, I have a complaint from the taxpayer when the taxpayer goes to Jabatan Pendaftaran Negara to revoke the cert. Some of the branches, they don't even know that that services exist. So somehow the adoption is not that good. In 2007, we changed. Pos Digicert come to us and proposed to have a soft certificate, whereby you need to download the certificate to your machine in order for you to use the certificate. Last time you need to use a my card, okay? But then in 2008, okay, Pos Digicert come again to us with a new thing, which is a roaming PKI. I think we are, if it is not the first, we are among the earliest that adopt roaming PKI, not in Malaysia. In Malaysia, of course, we are the number one. It's in the world, right? So we managed to have PKI roaming in our e-filing systems. And as again, the prescribed form issues, so when we want to introduce this into the mobile, at that time, we don't really go into the native apps, whereby we have under the App Store or Play Store. So we did that on the web. Then we have to prescribe again under the M-filing. That's why they call it M-filing, because of the requirement by the Act. All right? But somehow after that, due to the advancement of the technology, whereby you can have the same similar feel, looks and feel, so we stop the M-filing and we just have the e-filing on the web form. So you can actually have the same looks and feel, even though you are using a web or using a mobile platform. All right. So, has any one of you used this? Remember this? So this is the early days. When we provide the soft set, we give you a diskette, 3.5-inch floppy disk, just to save your digital certificate. At that time, you cannot download on there's no cloud at that time, so you need to use diskette, and not even a thumb drive at that time, right? Right. So after that, we change, instead of using a diskette, we are giving them a PIN mailer, whereby, you know, like when you receive a PIN number, so you can, we are giving that to the taxpayer for them to get a PIN number to register or download their digital certificate. And once you have that, then you can actually download the soft certificate on your machine. All right. So I'm sure not many of you knows that within the LHDN, we have a lot of processes just to process one forms, okay? This is after we receive the form. So basically we have 13 steps. By the time we receive, we have to do a document control, validation, batching, and do a data entry, do the data entry manually. And later we do also the OCR scanning. Then we upload the data to our core systems. But now, once we are using the e-filing, all right, so the process is being simplified. Then it's only 3 processes, which is receiving the data, do a verification, and straight away upload to our tax system. So there's a lot of cost saving, and also in terms of the processing. So as you can see, filing takes like, normally it takes about 10 minutes, and then the submission is real time compared to manual, which is take easily about 3 to 7 days, and the process is only take 1 day. And the best part, like Mr. Farus mentioned just now, you can actually get the refund right away, not on the same day, but faster than before. All right. Okay, I'm just going to share some of the statistics. Okay. Again, as I mentioned earlier, back in 2003, only 1 company submit using e-filing, and then in 2004, we don't have any much expectation. There's only 25 of the taxpayers who submit using e-filing. 23 is our own staff, 2 from Digicert. So the rest of the world still no. All right. And later part, once we introduce the soft certificate, then we get the numbers. We started from 189,000, and now almost 95% taxpayers submit using e-filing. Thanks to all of you. All right. And also, we did some calculations on the cost saving last time. To process 1 form, it's going to cost you about 7 ringgit. Right. So you just imagine the number of forms, the cost that we are saving by using e-filing. I think this is something good to everyone. All right, so I'm going to share about the now my tax journey. All right. So the early days, we call it e.hasil. Then later, we call easy hasil. Right. Then, back in 2019, we start off. We are trying to get a single portal under what we call a MyTax. So we can actually have all e-services applications under one portal. All right. Okay. So now all services under LHDN will be under MyTax. I think most of you are using it. All services under Easy Hasil. Taif is for the tax agent to do the e-filing and the customer feedback form. And the latest in town is My Invoice. So we are using that. Unfortunately, my stamps is not yet, but since the government has already agreed to have the self-assessment for stamp duty, so it will be under MyTax pretty much very soon. So I hope by 2026, the stamps applications will start off under MyTax. All right. Okay. We also have eKYC in LHDN. This is, you know, the process of eKYC, right? So to do the verification and to do identity and biometric verifications. Okay, so as you can see, once we have this in place, this is actually to help the process of registration under e-Daftar. So the process of upload IC, manual verification, and doing the activation link, that one is already being passed by having the eKYC. So we just use the eKYC to make sure to verify the user, and then straight away giving the ID and password for the taxpayers to do to access MyTax. So as you can see, there's no more document uploaded because you're using the eKYC. All right. So moving forward, right? This is some insights. Okay. I hope Cik Rudi allow me to share a bit. All right. So this is what we're going to have soon. All right. So under the MyTax, if you are accessing the MyTax now, and you can actually see the case status if you're being audited, right? So last time you have no choice but to call LHDN and ask what's my status. So later on, we will be providing that kind of information via MyTax portal, right? Not just that, okay? We're gonna have other things like e-sekatan. E-sekatan is, as you're aware, if you're being barred to go overseas because of you're due to pay tax, right? So tax areas. Currently, when you're being stopped at the immigration, then you have to call LHDN, and then if you are lucky enough, you can get it right away. And then we should be able to tell you how much you owe, and then you make the payment. Then our officer will release you, right? So the new features that we're going to have under MyTax, it's for you to do everything online. So once you log in, you know how much you have to pay. Then later we just make the payment, and then it will release automatically. So you don't need to call anyone else for an assistance. Right? Okay. On top of that, we're going to use mailbox for our communications throughout between taxpayers and also to LHDN. All correspondence, notice, or letters that LHDN issued, a copy of that will be under mailbox. So do go and check, okay, from time to time if you have any letters that that is sending to you. So you should be able to see it from here, right? So this is all for the reference document for tax purposes. Okay, unlike last time, if you were to submit, if you were to send you the letter or notice, if you don't receive it, so then we will take action after 30 days if nothing is being reported back to us. So with this, at least you have a copy of that documents in the mailbox. Okay, another new features that we're going to have, hopefully by second quarter next year, is to have the most things being talked about is ChatGPT. So it's yet to be named, but for now we already have a Hasil chat, whereby you can actually do a chat and get the information from our agent in call center. But by next year, you should be able to have this ChatGPT, whereby you can ask all questions related to ACT or anything related to LHDN, except for your own information on tax via this ChatGPT. So this will reduce the number of calls that we receive. I know that we still receive complaints about calls not being picked up, but generally it's being reduced. But with these services, we hope that the general questions will be answered through this ChatGPT. Okay. All right. The latest in town, My Digital ID. All right. Recently, Prime Minister has already announced that My Digital ID will be used by most of the government agencies as a single platform. So for some reason, LHDN has been chosen to start with. I thought someone else did, but since he's already mentioned that, so the first applications that we're going to do is for the taxpayers to look for their TIN number. Okay, just for your information, all citizens above 18, you already have the TIN number, right? That is auto-registered. And if you don't register for My Tax ID, you won't be able to see your tax identification number. But with the use of digital ID, you should be able to just check on your TIN number. This is useful for my invoice purposes. All right, and hopefully, in 2027, we should be able to integrate fully with My Digital ID, whereby there's only one provider for My Tax under this initiative. Right? Okay, I'm just going to share some of the awards that we received. Not that many, but one that I want to share is this Anugerah Inovasi Perdana Menteri that makes us 1 million richer. So we got the 1 million award prize from the government. Anyway, all the staff get 50 ringgit lah. CJ Simpanan premium out of that 1 million. This is due to e-filing. Right? And I think that's it for me to share some of the insights from LHDN. You can contact us now via social media. Right? So we have agents who actually monitor and also respond throughout this social media. If you cannot reach us by call, so you can reach us by social media. Someone will respond to you. And also, we're going to stop the number for the branch soon. So we only have one contact number for you to contact us. And so this is the contact center number. And all right, that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Tiang Bursa Technologies Ahmad Sauki, the Chief Digital Officer of Lembaga Hasilan Negeri Malaysia, for his presentation here today regarding the impact of digital taxation via MyTax. And now, ladies and gentlemen, moving forward with the fourth session of today, and I'm equally as excited for the next one. This will be the MyPTPTN, the next super app, and it will be presented by our speaker. Please join me to welcome Yang Berusaha Ahmad Dasuki Majid, Chief Executive Officer Badan Tabung Pendidikan Tinggi Nasional PTPTN.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Charles Brewer, Pos Malaysia CEO, Tuan Haji Amir, all beloved guests, and also my peers and friends on the floor. Alhamdulillah, I'm here just to share about my PTPTN. And I've seen most of the young faces here, so I think most of you know about PTPTN. So make my presentation much more easier. Okay, before I introduce about my PTPTN, let me share about PTPTN as a whole, as so far, so that all of you know what PTPTN is all about, not just about loan collection, but what we have for the Malaysian at all. So if you see on our function, mainly, yes, we are the main provider for loan financing for the students. But at the same time, we also do the collection, and the most function that most people forget about us is about our savings. We have the Simpan SSPN. So most people, they think Simpan SSPN is not by PTPTN. They thought that the one is under by BSN or maybe some other organization. But in fact, that Simpan SSPN that were given the tax relief by the government of 8,000 ringgit is our product by PTPTN. So now, our moving forward is to share more about Simpan SSPN as a way forward for parents to start educating their children, to start saving, so that when their children by the age of 18 years old will be able to have enough savings, and the dependency for the loan will be at the very minimum. Okay? And to share that also, our noble mandate by the government is to ensure that no Malaysian are left behind to pursue higher education due to financial difficulties. So this is where is our most noble, I would say, intention to help all the Malaysian children who have passed successfully in SPM to be able to get some sort of knowledge and education in higher learning institution in Malaysia. Okay, let me share something about PTPTN. Before PTPTN was established way back in 1997, only approximately 30,000 students only are eligible for government grant. And when we say about government grant, it's something like from JPA, from MARA, and also from scholarships from the states. And this is where, and also by way of 1997 and 1998, where the economic crisis comes in, and most of the parents, they lost their jobs. And also, economic downturn also denies most of the students who are successfully in their SPM, they got a very flying results, they are not able to enter the higher institution due to financial difficulties. And also at the same time, we need to build up our countries, then government need more skilled workers. They need more of our graduates to start working and help the country for the economy of the countries. And for PTPTN, most of higher education financing is done by us. 60% of the students offered a place in the university get the financing from PTPTN. And also we support the human capital for development. And the third one is to promote financial equality. So for PTPTN financing, we give out loans regardless of any races, regardless of any religion, whether you are able or disabled people, orang asli. So we give to all Malaysian who are offered a place in the university. And so far some of our portfolio, we supported all the 151 public higher institutions, comprised of UITM, all the branches, and also the Polytechnic. And we also have helped 387 private institutions. So far we have disbursed, we have helped to increase the family members of 4 million borrowers. And we have disbursed more than 73 billion to the Malaysians to further their study, to get the education, to get the knowledge in higher institution. And on average, 150 to 180,000 new students we finance out of the 300 students who offered a place in the university. And on yearly basis, we need roughly about 3 billion to be budgeted, to be allocated to help the student to finance their study. And of all the loan that is supposed to be collected, we have collected roughly about 23 billion. And okay, we go for our My PTPTN journey. Okay, with Pos Digicert, they are our apps developer for My PTPTN. So when we first started in 1997, we used the manual form. So roughly about 50,000 forms we produced manually way back in 1997. And since the number of applications rise up to 100,000 applications on a yearly basis, so in 2001, we have introduced the OMR form at that time. So imagine how many processing that we need to do when we process our OMR way back in 2001 and before. And we started our online application in 2010, and where we produced roughly about 198,000 applications on a yearly basis at that time. And when I came on board on 2020, and this is where My PTPTN was first introduced way back in 2022, and we process all our applications digitally through My PTPTN. So what is My PTPTN? So we first launched My PTPTN in 29 March 2022 as a single sign-on, and it takes a lot of process and procedure for us to be able to launch our phase 1 of My PTPTN. And it is to ensure that our borrowers, our students, to be able to use the system to apply for the loan as easy as possible, and we want to ensure that there is no difficulties in getting the financing from PTPTN for the students. And the main features for our My PTPTN is via single sign-on. We have a KYC to ensure that all the data is intact, and we verify the students who they are. Then this is why we have the eKYC. I believe among the ministries, we are among the first to introduce the eKYC for our My PTPTN or for our apps. And also for safe transaction, it's done through tag transaction authorization code. And also, we have a notification that deliver. This is where we communicate with our borrowers. Before this, when we made the disbursement, students are always waiting for their payment when their money is going to be transferred to their account. So they always call their HEP, they call our counters, they come to our offices to ask when it's going to be the next disbursement. So through My PTPTN, when we do the disbursement, notification will be done in the mailbox, in the My apps, and they are no longer needed to call the HEP or to call PTPTN to ask about whether about the money. Sorry for the delay. Okay, so far, just to share, since we launched our My PTPTN in March 2022, so we have roughly 2 million users already, and who embark on our My PTPTN, so roughly about 1 million a year. So my plan is to embark all PTPTN borrowers on this My PTPTN so that we can keep track, and also they are able to communicate with us in a very efficient way. And also, the third one is to keep track on loan disbursement, loan repayment, and savings account. New loan application and account opening can be done through My PTPTN. So those who want to open their Simpan SSPN account, they can open through this My PTPTN. You are no longer needed to come to our offices to open through our Simpan SSPN. And you do the eKYC, and straight away you can transfer your money through the FPX, and you are able to get for the tax relief, who are eligible for the tax relief. And also, just to share the information, our My PTPTN, our system already engaged with My Tax. So whoever deposited their money in our Simpan SSPN, all the information will be passed to e-filing, and it's already been done. You don't have to get the amount that be allowed for the tax relief. So it's all been calculated. the net saving from Simpan SSPN, we will share the information with the income tax so that the amount will be shown in your e-filing statement. And we allow for borrowers to apply for loan deferment and loan restructuring through My PTPTN. You can also withdraw your money through My PTPTN. You can transfer to the third party, you can transfer to your other bank's account through My PTPTN as well. And we can allow you to update your user profile very quickly and very efficiently. And let me share something also about the differences before and after My PTPTN. Previously, before we have the My PTPTN, the students will, once they get the offer letter from the university, they have to attach their offer letter together with the loan agreement from PTPTN. But now with My PTPTN, they just need to upload the offer letter and to complete the process of application. And offer letter previously need to be submitted and need to be done physically at our counter. Now is all done through My PTPTN, where the verification from the offer letter and also the agreement will be done through our system. And also, previously, if you can imagine, if the students, once they get the offer letter from PTPTN and also the loan agreement, they need to submit the application through our offices. They have to come to our counter and it'll make them some trouble. But using My PTPTN, we have a digital document and also we have embarked on digital signature through our My PTPTN, and also we are also the agent for Lembaga Hasil for income tax to do the stamping. So it's all about digital stamping. So in My PTPTN, we have digital document, digital signature, and also a digital stamping, whereby student doesn't have to go out from their office, from their home or from their hostel to apply for loan PTPTN. And also at the same time, also all other applications can be done through My PTPTN, whereby all previously they need to come to our counter or they need to call us to get information in front of mail or letters. So now it's all very smoothly, very convenient for the students and also for our depositors to share for My PTPTN. So this is where, when I said, when I entered the PTPTN in 2020, so this is where we have the roadmap for PTPTN. So Alhamdulillah, we are all ready for the phase. We just finished our phase 2, so we are embark on phase 3. So we have all the digital certificate. That's why, as I mentioned just now, we have digital document, digital signature, and digital stamping. And moving forward, we are integrating our system with the banks, with the higher learning institution, with IPTA. And also we are embarking with the KPT, because we are under Ministry of Higher Education. So we are asking our ministry to have all the things to be done through digital environment. And also we are working with, embarking with banks, immigration departments, with the SSM as well, to ensure the smooth journey of our borrowers. So this is what we have for My PTPTN. We have QR code, and just for information, all PTPTN borrowers are insured. So once there is death cases, the family can do some claims through our apps on behalf of the borrowers. And so we have the traditional games, we have calculators, PTPTN loan repayment, opening and closing accounts also can be done through our apps. We have eKYC, as I mentioned just now, we have digital loan documents, digital signatures, digital stamping. We have interactive dashboard, payment gateways, and notification. So moving forward also, we already launched this year My Wakaf PTPTN. So it's going to be embedded into our system later on. So this is, and our apps can be downloaded through Apple App Store, Google Play, and also Huawei Apps Gallery. So we are on the 3 platforms that we have here. So enjoy. And I see that's all from me, and I hope you all can start download your application. You can open your phone and download My PTPTN for you to enjoy the services offered by PTPTN. And do share your experience with me while I'm here, and I'm happy and open to engage with all of you for better improvement. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much to Tuan Ahmad Dasuki Majid, the Chief Executive Officer of Badan Tabung Pendidikan Tinggi Nasional PTBTN. And yes, most definitely we're going to download it immediately here today. Can't wait to be able to use the app here. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, this is the part where we are going to continue with the official ceremony here today. But before we begin, I'd just like to ask everyone to once again place your smartphones and your smart devices on silent mode throughout the entire proceedings. And we will be, of course, officiating the event happening right after this. And before we officiate, ladies and gentlemen, to deliver the welcoming speech of the afternoon here today, please join me to welcome Mr. Charles Brewer, the GCEO of Pos Malaysia.
Anybody else freezing? It is so cold. It's like minus 12 degrees in here or something, you know. It's really cold. That's number one. Number two, because it's a digital event, Samir, thank you very much for the invitation and for organizing the event. Because it's digital, I can't use paper. I have to use my, my tablet, which is a good thing, by the way, from a sustainability perspective. A bad thing, because I might lose my speech, in which case I'll have to talk about something that has nothing to do with this event. And the third thing is, anybody here a Manchester United fan? Show of hands, Manchester United? Come on, it's funny. It's worse for me. I'm an Arsenal fan. I hope he was going to stay for a long time. He's useless. I was really hoping he was... Anyway, if you're recording this for the TV, Erik ten Hag's a great guy. I really like him a lot. So, but Arsenal are a much better team. Okay, let's get going. So I find this... I said to Fiona, Fiona's my head of marketing. She's sitting over here looking as happy as ever. And I said to her, why are we having a speech at 12 o'clock? It's a welcoming speech. It should be at 8 a.m. or 8:30 or 9 o'clock. 12 o'clock, I mean, you've already seen what it's all about. You know what it's about. What can I say that's going to add any value to your day? Not very much, but I will try. So first of all, Amir, thank you again. Thanks very much for having me. To Sumesh, thank you very much for avoiding doing a speech. Thank you to all of you for coming. I really appreciate it. Thank you to our customers and partners. You're the most important person for Pos Malaysia, whether it be Pos Digicert or any other part of our business. You're the most important piece. So I really thank you for taking the time to come today. I was chatting to the team earlier. Apparently, Pos Digicert haven't had a customer event on this size or this scale for about 6 years. I promise you going forward, every year without fail, we will have an event where we use it as a way and a place to share what's happening in our business, what's happening in our environment, what's happening in your environment, to make sure that we're capitalizing on the fast and rapid changing space that is digital. So I promise you we will do that. Fiona, you can take that one to the bank and book it in. It's committed and done. To the media, thank you. Who's from the media? I just want to make sure I don't say anything incorrectly. I love you. You're fantastic. Please make sure you get a good angle of my face. I know it's difficult. I went to a barber once. I'll tell you a funny story. I went to a barber once. This was many years ago, to get my hair cut, and the barber said to me, what can I do for you? And I said, I'd like a haircut like Brad Pitt. You know who Brad Pitt is? So I said, can I get a haircut like Brad Pitt? He said, I'm a barber, not a plastic surgeon. So good luck with getting a photo of my good angle. But anyway, to the media, thank you very much. Okay, so good afternoon and welcome to Pos Digicert's Digital Trust Symposium. And we're here, as you already heard. I missed a couple of the presentations. My humblest apologies. I had a couple of meetings I needed to take care of this morning. But you've already heard from a number of great speakers who have talked about the critical role of digital trust. In fact, Amir talked about it this morning. And trust is one of our values. It's really, really important for Pos Malaysia. Whether it be an employee, whether it be business, whether it be our customers, it's really important. And the world of the digital world, in terms of trust, is becoming more and more precarious. So I'm delighted that we're here talking about such a great subject. As you may or may not be aware, Pos Malaysia is going through a significant transformation. And again, as mentioned right at the start, we're a 200-plus-year-old company, 200-year-plus company, where the very first letter, anybody know where the first letter was sent from? Anybody want to guess? Anybody still awake? Penang, the very first letter was sent from Penang. more than 200 years ago. So we're a 200-year-old company, which comes with it a lot of positives. We're a fantastic company with more than 15,000 employees doing amazing things across many different parts of the business and the ecosystem, but it is a 200-year-old company. So it's really important that we fundamentally transform the organization, and so we're going through a significant digital transformation. And you hear that word and that phrase very often for the last 2 or 3 years. It's kind of, along with culture transformation and business transformation, people talk about it, CEOs talk about it. It's on every spreadsheet, every PowerPoint, every T-shirt. Somewhere it'll sit there, digital transformation. And I always say, I say very often to many people that I think the word transformation in our vocabulary will probably disappear over the next sort of 2 or 3 years, because I think we're going to be in a constant state of transformation in order to keep pace with how our customers, how our employees, how the world is changing. You only have to look at whether it be climate warming, whether it be the wars that are going on around the world, which are very sad, whether it be our customers who are changing very quickly or our employees. I think we're going to be in a constant state of transformation. Anyway, the role of Pos Malaysia and Pos Digicert clearly sits in also within the government's national digital transformation, and at the forefront of that, of Malaysia's digitalization agenda, Pos Malaysia and Pos Digicert are dedicated to advancing the national digital ecosystem. And since 1998, I didn't know that until today, since 1998, we've established ourselves as a trusted provider, issuing, this is incredible, issuing over 22 million digital certificates. That's a big number, with a current annual issuance rate of 4.5 to 5 million certificates. Really is quite significant. I commend you for doing that. Our reach extends across the nation's digital landscape, serving over 5,000 private companies, more than 120 government agencies, and 30 financial institutions, as well as numerous healthcare providers. And through our comprehensive suite of digital solutions, including secure digital certificates, eKYC platforms, and digital signature services, we are modernizing operations across sectors whilst enabling businesses to accelerate their own digital journey. As Malaysia's leading certificate authority, we have successfully onboarded over 2.5 million users across banking, education, good one for today, we're going to talk about that in a second, and government sectors through our eKYC platform. Our trust services ensure data integrity and authenticity, particularly crucial in sectors where security and reliability are paramount. And building on this foundation, Pos Malaysia and Pos Digicert are closely aligned with the Government of Malaysia's digital transformation roadmap. And we're really proud to actively support key initiatives such as LHDNM's MyTax and MyInvoice, PTP, TN's Super App, MIDA's Invest Malaysia, SSM's Digital CTC and MBRS, and UM's eScroll and eTranscript. These initiatives highlight the government's commitment to advancing secure and efficient digital services across various sectors and promote ease of access, transparency, innovation in public services. And our collaboration with ministries and state governments ensure that the implementation validated digital identities essential in driving Malaysia's e-governance initiatives and fostering trusted digital interactions. Pos Digicert delivers transformation through 3 key solutions. That's e-Credentia, which we'll see in just one second, enabling trusted verification of academic and professional credentials. And I'm not sure who has had to do that ever. I've lived on every continent and visited 120 countries. And every time I start a new role somewhere, one of the first questions somebody from the HR function will ask me is, can you send me your school reports and qualifications and certificates? I'm 59 years old. I can't remember what I did with a bit of paper yesterday, let alone what I did with something when I was 18 or 19 years old. So I can tell you from personal experience, I think the initiative and the new solution is going to save me personally a lot of time, I'm sure, and many, many others. It's a great solution. eKYC Onboarding services, the second one, in enhancing identity verification whilst reducing fraud risks. Sign.me platform facilitating legally binding e-signatures with seamless workflow integration and real-time tracking developed in partnership with Signiflow. By embracing digital signatures and electronic records, we help organizations not only achieve their operational programs and their digitalization journey, but also the environment. Our automated workflows reduce paper consumption, minimize errors, and deliver cost-efficient solutions while supporting sustainability goals across the sectors. My team get quite upset with me because I won't sign anything that comes to me in paper form, nothing. I send it straight back and say, put it on Signiflow, and then I'll sign it. So it's a habit change, but it's a good habit change, and it works. Pos Malaysia and Pos Digicert stands as cornerstones of Malaysia's digital transformation, and through strategic investments in digital signing solutions, identity frameworks, and protected infrastructure. Our commitment extends beyond compliance. It stems from our passion for connecting lives and businesses for a better tomorrow. And by fostering trusted interactions, we create an environment where businesses innovate and flourish. Our dedication equips enterprises to navigate evolving challenges, ensuring they thrive in an interconnected world. And at Pos Malaysia and Pos Digicert, we are committed to driving Malaysia's digital transformation. And I encourage everyone to embrace digital trust, innovate boldly, and collaborate with us to create more secure and a more resilient digital future. Together we can establish strong foundations for progress, ensuring growth and prosperity across both public and private sectors. And in closing, I want to say once again, thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate your attendance today. I hope it's useful. I hope you find it valuable. You have my commitment that we will continue to innovate, drive innovation, and create an environment and a forum where hopefully we learn and progress together. So thank you very much, Terima kasih. I'll hand it back to Mia. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much to the Group Chief Executive Officer of Pos Malaysia. I invite you to take your seat. Let's once again give the biggest round of applause to Mr. Charles Brewer. The warmest of welcomes here today in the afternoon. So ladies and gentlemen, now comes the most anticipated part of the event at the officiation of e-Credential by Pos Digicert. And ladies and gentlemen, as today is a casual day, we are going to have a casual way to launch. So how are we going to do it? I'm going to invite Tuan Haji to, of course, pass to Mr. Charles Brewer a digital device to get an authentication and, of course, identification, and then it will proceed straight to the launch. With that, Tuan Haji, you may now proceed.
In a world that is rapidly evolving, trust is the foundation of our digital future. How can we build trust in a digital nation? In a world of manual processes, businesses are burdened by inefficiencies, delays, and increasing costs. But there is a solution: digitalization. With the right technology, we can overcome these traditional challenges. Processes become faster, secure, and environmentally friendly. We move from delays to efficiency, from risks to security, and from paper to digital. Introducing eCredential, the trusted solution for protecting official documents and certifications, guaranteeing authenticity, security, and protection against tampering or fraud. eCredential is designed to enhance security and simplify the verification process for signed documents. With digital certificate signing and date and time stamping, your documents are protected and authentic. Verification is now effortless. Simply scan the QR code. No more third-party validation or manual CTC processes. Complies to Adobe Approved Trust List AATL standards. Compliant to the Malaysian Digital Signature Act 1997. E-Credentia, enhancing trust through seamless digital authentication and verification. Transform your organization with E-Credentia.
Ladies and gentlemen, with that E-Credentia by Pos Digicert is now officially launched. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, to everyone present, we have a booth that has been provided outside for you to get even more details regarding E-Credentia by Pos Digicert. And today, we're also proud to announce the next part of the event as we are about to continue with the Excellence Award that will be presented here on stage to some of the most renowned people that we have on board here today. So with that, I'd like to invite Tuan Haji to accompany Mr. Charles on board to present this award. And ladies and gentlemen, this award is called Digital Transformation Excellence. And we have key individuals to receive the awards here today, starting with the first one. We are proudly present this prestigious award as a testament to the commitment shown by the Information Technology Department of the Inland Revenue Board. Their dedication to innovation and excellence in digitization shines through their pioneering efforts in integrating of digital signatures into MyTax and e-filing electronic systems. Please join me to welcome from Lembaga Hasil Dalam Negeri, LHDNM, Yang Berusaha Encik Shahrudin bin Othman, Deputy CEO, Tax Operations of LHDNM. Of course, we will be presenting a digital cert for this award. Let's give a round of applause once again. Thank you very much. Once again, congratulations to Lembaga Hasil Dalam Negeri, LHDNM Malaysia. Thank you. Moving forward, we are also proud to present this award in recognition of PTPTN's outstanding commitment to innovation and excellence in digitization, honoring your pioneering efforts in eKYC, user onboarding, and the launch of the mobile app to enhance user convenience. I'd like to invite from Perbadanan Tabung Pendidikan Tinggi Nasional PTPTN, Yang Berusaha Tuan Ahmad Dasuki Abdul Majid, CEO of PTPTN. Let's once again give the biggest round of applause to PTPTN. Next, ladies and gentlemen, we are honored to present this award in recognition of Jabatan Digital Negara's outstanding commitment to innovation and excellence in digitization, showcased through your adoption of digital signatures within the Malaysian Government Public Key Infrastructure Services, MyGPKI. With that, I'd like to invite from Jabatan Digital Negara, Yang Berusaha Technologist Dr. Fazidah binti Abu Bakar, Ketua Pengarah JDN. For the next recipient, ladies and gentlemen, we are proud to present this award in recognition of the organization's exceptional commitment to innovation and excellence in digitization, setting a distinguished standard in digital transformation through the implementation of electronic forms and digital signatures within the Invest Malaysia portal. Of course, the person is still on the way here, so we're going to keep this for him. It's from Malaysian Investment Development Authority, MIDA, yang berbagi Datuk Sik Syamsul Ibrahim Sik Abdul Majid. We're going to present to him later, as he says he's going to be here very, very soon. So, moving forward, ladies and gentlemen, for the next recipient, We are thrilled to present this award in recognition of SSM's groundbreaking efforts in digital transformation, setting a new standard with the implementation of digital signatures in Suruhanjaya Syarikat Malaysia Digital Certificate True Copy DCTC services and the Malaysian Business Reporting System MBRS. This achievement marks an impressive leap towards a more secure and efficient digital future. I'd like to invite from Suruhanjaya Syarikat Malaysia SSM yang berusaha Encik Muhammad Awi Ibrahim, Director of Marketing and Business Development Division SSM. Thank you very much to Encik Muhammad Awi for receiving this award. Next, we are honored to present this award in recognition of University Malaya's exceptional commitment to digital transformation. Through the dedication of the Faculty of Computer Science and Information Technology, they have pioneered the integration of digital signatures into electronic educational scrolls and transcripts, one of the first initiatives of its kind in this country. From University Malaya, Professor Dr. Yatima Alias, Deputy Vice Chancellor, Academic and International, I'd like to invite the representative, Professor Badro. Thank you very much from University Malaya. Let's give them a round of applause, please. Next, ladies and gentlemen, we are honored to present this award in recognition of Commerce.com's pioneering role in digital transformation, leading the advancement of government services, particularly through the digitization of the e-Perolehan National Procurement System, which utilizes digital signatures to enhance trust and security. From Commerce.com, yang berbahagia, Datuk Muzaffar Kamal Shahaluddin, CEO of Commerce.com. Thank you very much from Commerce.com. Thank you, Datuk, for receiving. And for the next part, ladies and gentlemen, we are honored to present this award to Institute Jantung Negara for their exceptional commitment to digital transformation through the pioneering efforts of their Information System Transformation Management Office. They have integrated digital signatures into corporate documentation, showcasing their dedication to building a secure and efficient digital future. Inviting from Institut Jantung Negara, yang berbahagia, Professor Datuk Seri Dr. Alwi Muhammad Yunus, Director of Health Informatics and Health Cardiothoracic and Vascular Surgery. Thank you very much from IJN. Thank you, Datuk Sri. Moving forward with the next part, ladies and gentlemen, we are proud to present this award to Prima Corporation Malaysia for their outstanding commitment to digital transformation, exemplified by the Finance Department's dedication to integrating digital signatures into their daily financial operations. I'd like to invite from Prima Corporation Malaysia, yang berusaha Encik Reza Huzairi Zainuddin, Group Chief Corporate Officer, Prima Corporation Malaysia. I'd like to invite from Prima Corporation, can we remain on stage? Invite all of the recipients, and I hope from MIDA can arrive. All of the award recipients to join Mr. Charles, Tuan Haji Amir, as well as from Prima Corporation here today. Let's all take a group photo, and we'll. So I'd like to invite everyone to proceed up on stage, please. So ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have a group photo here today. May I invite Sumesh to join on board? Our GCTO here today. Let's give a round of applause for Sumesh, guys. Most of the things that let's take not done yet. I'm about to invite all of our speakers to come here. We are now invite all of our dedicated tracks of our PTPTN and as well as LGNM from MCN. Oh, don't worry, dah pergi kerja dah. Okay. For every track, for every session here today, and let's give a thumbs up to the media and the cameramen over here. Oh, this looks amazing. And with that being said as well, we'd like to invite from our sponsors and partners to come on board. We're going to have a massive photo right here. So again, from partners and sponsors and key figures that have been invited here today, please do join. Just give us 1 minute for this. We're about to invite our sponsors and of course our partners here today, and do take note as well. Later after this will be lunch, but before that, to our esteemed panelists as well as our recipients here today, we are going to name each and our sponsors here today to receive and of course come on board. Let's just read from the screens on the board. Let's do it. Because our esteemed sponsors here today is absolutely amazing. So let us get that on board here today. We're still going to get on screen here today. Let's give us a second. Give us a second. I want to make sure our sponsors and our recipients will get this moment right here. At the meantime, can we all give a round of applause, please, to everyone present on stage, please? So again, from Signiflow, Wise AI, Nexus in Group, Blue Fortress, ICT Zone Time, Rick. This are the partners to join. Or later on? Later on, okay. So we have that. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests for this moment right here. As mentioned before, we are going to have the track sessions happening after this. At the meantime, we are going to, of course, enjoy lunch after this. So before I leave you for lunch here today, there are a couple of things that I need to, of course, inform you. We have 3 separate sessions that will be happening here, 3 separate tracks for you to be able to later on from our team from Pos Digicert and also Pos Malaysia. So, why is it important for you to join in the that you have selected? In order for you to join in the Grand Lucky Draw, it is very important to you at least go to 2. So, ladies and gentlemen, just take note of that. It's very important for you to do so. Make sure to qualify yourselves for that moment. And looking at the time now, ladies and gentlemen, 12:22. So we have approximately about an hour of 30 minutes, I think. An hour and 30 minutes, I think, till 2 p.m., yeah? But you are interested, in and proceed. So with that being said, very important for you to do so. Tracker 1, of course, we parts right here for you to be able to join in. Track 1, 2, 3. Look at this for the moment. So there's 3 separate sections. To about 3:15, 3:30 to about 4. All right, so with that being said as well, so now it's time for us to have lunch. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, I'd like to now invite Haji Amir to accompany. And with that, you may now proceed. To the guests, let's give a second before I invite you to enjoy lunch, which will be outside itself. At 2 p.m., remember the tracks, remember the lucky draw at the 3:30. Happening everything here for track number 1 as well as the lucky draw at the end. So make sure to leave any belongings inside the hall. Do take note of that as well, as we are going to here at track 1, and you'll be of course be able to proceed to track number 2 or 3 upon your selection. Again, enjoy, and I'll be seeing you very, very soon. Thank you.